Let's talk about our favorite guy. Let's talk about our favorite guy. One of my kids, if you will. One of my adopted children. Ladies and gentlemen, Baker Mayfield. Pardon me.
Say it right now.
Pardon me. I messed up his name.
That's right. No.
His middle name is it Regan or Reagan? It's spelled like Ronald Reagan, right?
Yeah, I guess. Sure, Ronald. I don't know.
So let's just say he was named after Ronald Reagan, okay? We got to ask him. Baker Friggin Mayfield. Cannot leave out the F when it comes to Baker Mayfield. He is just killing it. Now, listen, I was talking about Baker Mayfield as the MVP through the first 5 weeks of the season because all he was doing was winning games in the final moments when they were either tied or trailing. As a matter of fact, the first 4 wins of the season for the Buccaneers were when the Bucs were tied or trailing in the final minute of regulation. And each and every one of them. And Baker, on the razor's edge, just took that razor's edge and shivved everybody with it. and on Sunday, with the banged up, and even now more because Fred Warner's out for the season, for crying out loud, banged up 49ers. And with this team getting all it can handle from Mac Jones and Kendrick Bourne and all of these guys that you need name tags for that are buzzing around and balling out for Robert Saleh's side of the football. And what you could see from the 49ers and Kyle Shanahan on offense, with all of that coming at Baker Mayfield, what does he do? For the first time, with Christian McCaffrey in that house and everybody doing what they were doing, what did he do? He did not trail. The Buccaneers did not trail for a single second in the second half. They led all 30 minutes after halftime, although at one point in time, the 49ers scored their 19th point of the game off of a field goal to make it 20-19. And Baker Mayfield, without Emeka Ibuka, and without Mike Evans, and without Chris Godwin, and without Bucky Irving, without his top 3 wide receivers, and without his running back, what does Baker Mayfield do? He fades back to pass on 3rd and 14 with 4:21 left in the third quarter, on his own 41 with a 1-point lead after the Niners had just kicked a field goal. What does he do? It looks like the play is over. It looks like he's about to be sacked. And he gets out of the sack and somehow, some way, picks up the first down with his legs. Exactly what he did to the Houston Texans on that Monday night in week 2. It's exactly what he's done all season long. When you think the play is over, this guy lets you know the play is truly just beginning. God, do I love watching Baker Mayfield play football because he is out of F's to give. As a matter of fact, the only F that he gets is what I'm giving him to put in front of his middle name, to call him Baker Friggin Mayfield. God, I love watching this guy play football. And what he does after picking up that first down with his legs is 2 plays later, goes up top to Tez Johnson. Tez Johnson, a 7th-round draft choice, and throws an absolute dime that Johnson does reach out with his fingertips and make a terrific grab on. It was just a little bit maybe too long, but guess what? He let his receiver make a play. And the kid makes a play, and it is a 45-yard touchdown that wouldn't have happened if Baker had given up on a play 2 plays before and didn't pick it up with his legs. That, sir and gents and ladies, is what an MVP does without his top 3 receivers and without his top running back and also without some of his top offensive linemen. I understand you got to give it up to those who are filling in the next man up. Pretty much, if your name was Johnson, you were catching a touchdown. It was like Blazing Saddles. You know what I mean? Everybody was named Johnson, and everybody's raising their hands. And Howard Johnson was the only Johnson that didn't catch one. Cameron Johnson. By the way, I thought it was a K. Johnson wearing 19 catching a football for a Buccaneer. I'm like, is Keyshawn out there? There he is. It's Tez Johnson. By the way, Cameron is an undrafted player from last year's draft. He had a 34-yard score in the second quarter. And then Tez Johnson got it done. Baker Mayfield, please, round of applause and take a bow. This is what he had to say about picking that first down up. Yes, let's give him a round of applause. Take it away, Baker Mayfield.
I truly
genuinely trust the guys that are in there. They're ready. We talk throughout the week. Guys are on the same page, and that's real. I trust these guys, even though some of them might not have played a whole lot of ball, but if we're on the same page, good things happen. You don't have to have the perfect play when all your guys are fighting for each other and are on the same page, and that's an example of that. Defense played great, special teams as well, and so that's complimentary football. Yeah.
And rightfully so. They were chanting MVP in the stands. Baker was asked about that. He's just like, okay, yeah, I heard it. That's very nice, but it's only week 6, and we got a big one next week. He's not wrong. It's the Lions coming off of that Sunday night loss to Kansas City, welcoming Tampa into their house. What a massive Week 7 game this is for the NFC and for obviously both Goff and Baker Mayfield. Mayfield is 100% the MVP through the first 6 weeks of this season. I don't think there's any argument on that. And the MVP chance led to the best soundbite of the entire weekend. Here's Tez Johnson on hearing the MVP chance, and apparently he thought it was for him.
When I score and I hit MVP chant, I'm thinking they talking about me. So I asked Shep. I'm like, Shep, they was chanting MVP? And he was like, yeah. I was like, I ain't do nothing this year. And then he was like, they talking about Baker, Tez. And I was like, well, that explains it. But he is the MVP. The one he got the first down on, he said he blacked out. But, I mean, that's just Baker. The pump fake get everybody. I'm just like, oh, my God, he's a dog. Like, I don't know what he eating put in his cereal before the game. Like, but that guy on it every single week.
Well, we need more Tez Johnson, right? We need more Tez.
That makes sense,
right? We need more Tez.
That's amazing.
Maybe Tez and Scattaboo should do a podcast together, right? I mean,
I need more of those guys.
That would be great.
I need more.
I think one of my favorite stories that came out of this, and I know I put it in the group chat, and I probably did hear this during the draft, but Tez Johnson and Bo Nix are brothers, like legit.
Yeah.
Adopted.
Yeah,
Tez is adopted, and it was like stories like that we need more of, man. Like I didn't even realize that was a thing, like that was true. So just there's so many great stories in this league, and great players
Baker
like
Mayfield.
Tez that we don't know about.
No doubt. Baker Mayfield has 12 passing touchdowns and just 1 interception. That's the best ratio among any quarterback who's played all 6 games so far this year, and it's the 3rd best such ratio in a team's first 6 games of a season this decade. The only ones better was Mahomes at the top of the decade in 2020 when he had an MVP campaign that finished in 3rd place, and then last year Josh Allen, who won the MVP. Baker Mayfield, you the man. Hey, you made it all the way to the end. Thanks for that. Check us out every single day streaming live on Disney Plus and the ESPN app 12 to 3 Eastern.